Yeah. When I grow up, I want to be like? There we go. When I grow up, I want to be like Jennifer Daniel, our next speaker. I've known Jen for, I was going to give away her age, I better not. Yeah, she's not only a colleague, but also a very good friend. She's done amazing stuff for Telmar. But just a little secret to her two colleagues. You know, she did absolutely no work in the last 3 weeks, guys. She did only Pamro work. There was no Telmar done absolutely nothing done. But she still does a phenomenal job anyway at Telmar. So without further ado, Jen will present the country reports.
Thank you, Rusty. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I have been working on Pamro a little, as you can see. So today, Celia is not here. Celia Collins has gone out for a conference call. She slaves every year. She gets hold of all of you guys, and she pesters you for the country reports. So thank you, Kantar. Thank you, Ipsos. Thank you, all of the research companies that have contributed to the 26 reports. So this year, we have more reports than we've ever had before, as Safiso was saying, Morocco, Tunisia, Cameroon, there's and Egypt, the North African countries. So we are delighted. We want to get all of them covered, though. So any help you can give us, Celia's your person. She coordinates all the templates, and we get them onto your lanyard. So today is not a big presentation from me. It's basically to say, your presentations are here, okay? They're on your lanyard. I'm going to show you maybe one or two, but this is what this lanyard is every year, in case you haven't looked at the memory stick. Okay, so our host nation, firstly, all the countries, I said 26, from Algeria all the way right down to Zimbabwe. So thank you, Pamela, for that great report. Are you here? Thank you. Okay, next slide. What was that? So Mauritius, our host nation, we're showcasing Mauritius today. Very interesting. Kantar, thank you for all this information. You've got from when the last census was, the population statistics, the government, the president who is now ruling, and then we have country stats. So this is the layout of all of the reports for your lanyard. And I must tell you, this is one of the most used things. Pamro used to only be about the country reports. Can you remember? 20 years ago, we used to sit around and have a look at country stats, and that was wow. So we have many people who are not members and who don't attend the conference that phone for the country reports. You'll notice the phone number of Pamro is actually Telmar, so you get through to me, and then we sell them the country reports. It's a really sought-after piece of information. Okay, so we have socioeconomic statistics from different countries, and what we're trying to do here, Safiso was telling you this morning, is harmonize this. So Neil Higgs, who won the Pamro Achiever Award, set up the SESs. This was a prelude to the South African SEMs. Okay, so we cottoned onto Neil, bit of a rocket scientist himself, and he was doing all of this stuff for Afrobarometer. So we went to Tasha's, had a coffee with the Kantar guys, Jenny Beck, and he said, yeah, okay, I'll do them for Pamro. So we have Pamro SESs, and Mulaleki in Kube, he's going to be running with the program because we haven't gained enough momentum, so we need all your help on that. He'll be emailing the delegate list and asking for information from your various countries. Some people are still using LSMs, as there are in South Africa, so we want to make a transition to a standard measure. Country research. This is very recent research, you'll note, okay? 2019. But if you look through many of the country reports, sadly enough, some of the countries are still in 2016. And you can see how much is changing on a daily basis, guys. So please, we need your support. We need more establishment surveys. The guys from Eutelsat are here. They're talking about investing and trying to help us with the research. So let's get those conversations going over tea. how many TV channels, how many radio stations, how many newspapers, magazines, cinemas. This is for all of the countries. So it's top-line stuff, and it also puts you in touch with the various research houses in the countries that can assist you when you are looking at your media campaigns in these countries. We're looking at loading all of these things, billboards. I'm going to whip through it because after Nielsen's beach party tonight, you can go home and look at the 26 reports, okay? There's a quiz tomorrow. Ad spend, socioeconomics, household, share of wallet, spending patterns, okay? And then interesting things about the population of each country. So that was Mauritius. Then we've got Cameroon for the first time. I sat next to a gentleman on the plane for 4 hours, and when we filled our forms in at the end, he said, "Oh, I'm going to Pamro." So I said, "So am I." And he said, "Okay, where are we staying?" I said, "The Hilton." So we're very excited to have Cameroon on our country reports. Again, I'm not going to go through all of these slides. You get the general gist of it. Cameroon also have the latest data. Egypt, for the first time ever, we've been thinking of going to Egypt for a while. We've been thinking of going to Morocco. We've been thinking of going to Cameroon. At the AGM today, we'll tell you where we're going next. Again, Egypt was never on our country report. So we're growing every year, and we need your help. So this presentation's just a showcase, and it's to say we really, really need more input. We only have 26 of the countries. We have to get them all on the map. Okay. So there we go. That's Cameroon. And the last one we've got is Kenya. Kenya have a wonderful setup. Kenya, after South Africa, were the first people to set up a joint industry committee, and we can see how that furthers research in a country. Once the JIC is there, like our world-class JICs, we have the BRC, the PRC, things start moving. People get involved. So we really need to find out how we can set up more JICs around the continent. Obviously, with Pamro being the super JIC. Okay, so Kenya's on there. I'm going to flick through all of that just to give you the general idea. So this is less of a presentation, more of a showcase, because I have met people who don't know what is on this lanyard. Aresti, thank you for sponsoring it. Every year, Ornico get the country reports. It's a hell of a thing because they arrive and then they have to be loaded and then printed, and yeah, so it's quite a big job. Please help us next year. Well, please help Celia. Big hand of applause for Celia. We're ending a little bit earlier today. We have our AGM. For those stalwarts who want to attend, Resti will take you through the financials. Mr. President Sifiso will open it up, and then we'll all be going to party. So Nielsen, thank you. Thank you firstly, Jonathan. That was a fascinating presentation. I'm a research data geek, and I was nodding, and yeah, did you notice? So thank you, Nielsen, for sponsoring tonight. You'll say your few words tonight. 7 o'clock. At the Bedouin tent, okay? The other announcements I need to make are that there's a raffle. LCB has raffle tickets. It's $5 or 50 Rand. We've kept the conversion the same, even though the Rand's gone to hell. The phone is an XS 64 megabytes, gigabytes, iPhone 10 with 20,000 Rand. So get your raffle tickets out. We always announce it at the gala dinner. And tomorrow we'll start at 9 o'clock sharp. No excuses, okay? Otherwise, we've got you to contend with. So thank you for a wonderful day. We've had really great speakers today. It's been amazing.